We all know that change is inevitable. We all make constant transitions in our life, and it's important to know how to handle those changes. And our friend and life coach, Deirdre Danahar, joining us for one last time to talk about tackling life's transitions. I've got some transitions. Lord, I've got some transitions coming up today. How do you do that? How do you deal? Where's the first part that you start to handle it?
The first thing I do after taking a really deep breath is stepping back and saying, especially when it's a transition that may not be entirely welcome, or there's sadness in it, there's bittersweet, or it just feels yucky. The thing I try and do, and this sounds kind of Pollyannish, but I have found it not to actually be that in the end, is to say, the gift of an ending is I get to pause and reflect. And I get to say, in this time where something has come to a close, if I don't want this to come to a close, or this has been an uncomfortable or miserable experience, what useful thing can I take from it? And if I can find that one sliver of useful things, it takes the edge off of it for me. So that's what I often suggest to people to start with, is what useful thing can you take from the ending?
And for some people that's hard,
yeah,
when you're in a bad mood or when the transition is not good. So what are some of the useful things that people should be looking towards?
Sure. So one thing is, what is the experience I can take away from this? So did I grow in some way? Did I learn something? I never want to do this again. That's a good thing to know, just as well as what did I understand that I did really well that maybe I didn't think I would be able to do. So that while things may not be happy or always what you want, there probably is some space where you don't have to let it rule everything else in your life.
And what about people and the people-to-people relationships that you have with your bosses, with your coworkers? Mm-hmm. How do you transition from them or into new bosses and coworkers?
That's a really good question. So to some degree, you sort of have to wrap up the old package and put it aside and go into a new situation and say, how do I want to be in this situation? What do I want to look for in other people? What do I believe I can bring to the situation here? And what do I think I want to look for in this situation? And then use those questions with the people that you're meeting or you're interacting with.
And I think it's really important that you said to wrap up the mm-hmm. box, because I think folks need to understand that once it's done,
it's done.
It's done.
Right. The memories don't go away, but the experience is done. And the powerful thing about humans is, right, we can go right back in our memories and it's like we're living something all over again. Well, let's use our power for good. Let's just say, well, that happened. Now, I'm going to sometimes have to force myself to just look ahead or just in the present moment.
All right. Well, we're ending our present moment right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tell folks where you're located. And tell them how they can get in touch with you.
Sure. You can get me at my website, which is inmotioncc.com. You can call my office at 601-362-8288, or you can email me at deirdre@inmotioncc.com.
Thank you so much for being with us and coming back every month.
Thank you. It's been a real pleasure for me.
I've gotten a lot of good free advice that I haven't had to pay for. I love it. If it's free, it's from me. Thanks, Deirdre.
Thank you.
8:17 is your time. Meteorologist Michael Haynes has your full weather forecast right here, live and local. And look at your weekend as Deirdre's getting up. She's leaving me right now. She just couldn't wait. So you got it.
Oh, you smarty pants.
We're back with you in about 2 minutes.